If you've ever tasted a sun-warmed, homegrown tomato straight from the vine, you already know. There's nothing quite like it. Store-bought tomatoes can't compare to the flavor, juiciness, and sense of pride that comes with growing your own. Whether you have a sprawling backyard or just a sunny balcony, you too can enjoy the unbeatable pleasure of harvesting homegrown tomatoes. Today, we'll guide you through the entire process, from selecting your seeds to enjoying that very first bite. Everything you need to confidently grow delicious tomatoes from scratch, starting today. Picture yourself on a warm summer afternoon, standing amidst the vibrant green leaves, the air filled with the sweet scent of ripening fruit. With a gentle twist, you pluck a perfect ruby red tomato, still glistening from the morning dew. That could be your reality in just a few months, and it all starts with a single seed. Let's begin with choosing the right variety. Tomatoes come in a stunning array of shapes, sizes, and flavors. Are you after robust, meaty slices for sandwiches? Try beefsteak varieties. If you love sweet, bite-sized treats, cherry and grape tomatoes are perfect. Looking for rich flavor for sauces? Plum or Roma types are best. Read seed catalogs, visit your local nursery, or explore online resources to find varieties that excite you and suit your climate. Don't be afraid to try heirloom varieties. These often offer exceptional taste and character. Once you've picked your seeds, the journey starts indoors. Tomatoes need a head start, especially if you live in a region with a shorter growing season. About 6 to 8 weeks before your last expected spring frost, plant your tomato seeds indoors. Use clean seed trays or small pots filled with a quality seed starting mix. This light, finely textured soil helps young roots grow strong. Moisten the mix, then press the tomato seeds about a 1/4 inch deep into the soil. Cover them lightly, mist with water, and cover the trays loosely with plastic wrap or a humidity dome to keep the environment moist. Place them in a warm spot. Tomatoes germinate best between 70 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit. If you don't have a warm windowsill, consider using a seedling heat mat. In 5 to 10 days, you'll see tiny green shoots emerge. Remove the cover and move the seedlings to a bright location. South-facing windows are best, but if sunlight is limited, a simple fluorescent or LED grow light will help prevent spindly, weak plants. Keep the bulbs just a few inches above the seedlings and run them for 14 to 16 hours per day. As your seedlings grow, keep the soil consistently moist but not soggy. When the first set of true leaves, those that follow the initial baby leaves, appear, it's time to transplant to slightly larger pots so your plants can stretch their roots. Gently tease out each seedling and bury it up to its first true leaves in the new pot. This encourages stronger root development, leading to healthier plants. Before your tomatoes move outdoors, they need to adjust to the bright sun and cool breezes. This gradual process is called hardening off. A week before planting outside, carry your plants outdoors for a few hours each day, gradually increasing their exposure to sun and wind. Be sure to bring them in at night if temperatures dip below 50 degrees. Now, let's prepare your planting site. Tomatoes thrive in rich, well-draining soil with plenty of sun, at least 6 to 8 hours each day. If you're gardening in raised beds or containers, use a blend of quality topsoil, compost, and a bit of aged manure. If planting in the ground, work compost and organic matter into the top 12 inches of soil. Tomatoes are heavy feeders, so nutrients are key to luscious fruit. Spacing matters. Give each plant at least 2 feet of space in all directions, even more for vigorous, indeterminate types that keep growing all season. This improves airflow, reducing the risk of disease. When transplanting, dig a hole deeper than the root ball. Tomatoes can be planted deeper than most other vegetables. They'll sprout roots all along their buried stems, making for stronger, more resilient plants. Strip off the lower leaves, set the plant in the hole so only the top set of leaves are above ground, and fill in with soil. Firm gently and water in well. Now is the time to install your supports. Tomatoes are sprawling vines and benefit from being staked, caged, or trellised. Choose sturdy tomato cages, wooden stakes, or a string trellis, and set them in place with the transplant. Trying to corral a mature, loaded plant is far more difficult later on. Consistent watering is crucial. Tomatoes like deep, infrequent waterings rather than frequent shallow sips. A good soak once or twice per week is enough when rainfall is lacking. Water at the base of the plant to keep leaves dry and reduce disease risk. Mulching with straw, shredded leaves, or grass clippings helps retain moisture and suppress weeds. As your plants take off, watch for flowers to appear. These delicate yellow blossoms soon become tiny green fruits, growing and ripening with each warm day. You may want to give your tomatoes a nutrient boost with a balanced organic fertilizer or compost tea every few weeks, especially during flowering and fruiting. Follow package directions or use about a quarter cup of fertilizer per plant, raked lightly into the soil around the base. To promote healthy growth and abundant fruit, pinch off the little shoots, or suckers, that appear between the main stem and side branches, especially on indeterminate vine-type tomatoes. While not strictly necessary, this helps channel energy into larger fruits and keeps plants tidier. There are a few common challenges in the tomato patch. Watch for signs of disease, yellowing leaves, black spots, or wilting. Practice crop rotation, avoid overhead watering, and give your plants plenty of air circulation. If pests like hornworms or aphids appear, try picking them off by hand or using insecticidal soap. Healthy plants are more resistant to problems, so focus on good soil, steady watering, and plenty of sunshine. Tomatoes are heavy feeders, and as the season progresses, they may need additional support. Tie stems gently to stakes as they grow and prune excess foliage if the interior of the plant gets dense, allowing sunlight to reach ripening fruits. As your first tomatoes begin to change color, patience is key. Allow them to ripen fully on the vine if possible. This is when flavor reaches its peak. Pick your fruit when it's deeply colored, slightly soft to the touch, and easily plucks away from the stem. Use a gentle twisting motion and avoid pulling. Your tomatoes are now ready to become the star of your kitchen. Slice a juicy beefsteak for a classic BLT, toss cherry tomatoes into salads, or simmer Romas into a rich, tangy sauce. The taste is unlike anything you'll find in a store, bold, complex, and perfectly balanced. If your plants are especially prolific, consider canning, freezing, or drying your harvest to enjoy homegrown flavor year-round. Tomato sauce, salsa, and sun-dried tomatoes are all simple to make at home and carry the taste of summer into winter. For those with limited space, container gardening brings fresh tomatoes within reach. Choose a pot at least 18 inches wide and equally deep, and fill with high-quality potting mix. Patio, bush, or dwarf varieties are bred for containers and can be incredibly productive. Even a sunny windowsill can yield a handful of tiny tomatoes with careful attention. Don't stop at one season. Most gardeners quickly discover that tomatoes are addictive to grow. Try new varieties each year and experiment with different supports, companion planting, or organic solutions. Keeping a simple garden journal with notes about what worked, what didn't, and when you harvested your best fruits is a wonderful way to improve each season. Growing tomatoes is more than just a gardening project. It's a rewarding journey of discovery, learning, and flavor. It encourages you to get outside, soak up the sun, and connect with the rhythms of nature. It brings people together, whether you're swapping seeds with neighbors, sharing your oversized harvest with friends, or teaching kids how plants grow. The lessons learned in the garden extend beyond the vegetable patch. You'll notice pollinators flitting among the blossoms, discover the benefits of healthy soil, and enjoy the simple satisfaction of nurturing life from a tiny seed to a bountiful harvest. So, don't wait. Gather your seeds, a few pots, and some rich soil. Find a sunny spot, roll up your sleeves, and plant your future one seed at a time. Even if you've never grown anything before, you'll be amazed at how forgiving and generous tomato plants can be. They want to grow, and with just a little care, they'll repay you in tomatoes so sweet, juicy, and bursting with flavor that you'll wonder how you ever lived without them. Get ready for a garden full of possibilities and a kitchen filled with the unmistakable flavor of summer. Your first homegrown tomato is just a few months away. Let's grow something delicious together, starting today.